Just wanted to come with a few things for people who might have just picked up the old Miix 520. I've just picked it up as a new used tablet, 2-in-1, and I'm really impressed with it. At the moment, I've been surfing YouTube looking for different ways to squeeze the most out of it. Right now, I've got it wirelessly air linked to my Oculus Quest. The graphics are not brilliant, but it works. Let me show you if I can. If I can keep it on the screen and do this at the same time. Door's not opening. Don't know why it's going so slow. Probably because I'm sitting down. Whoa. I don't know if you can see that, if the video's going all over the place. But basically it's not, it is playable, but the graphics are terrible. However, on a positive note, for gaming it's absolutely useless. You'd be better off buying a gaming laptop, which I have got over here. But the reason why I want this system to work is because I've managed to get every single thing that I've tried, apart from Hackintosh, which I haven't tried yet. I've got every single thing to run on this 520, the 8GB 8250U Intel i5, 8GB of RAM. I found a hack as well on YouTube. This is probably well known, but it was new to me. That can increase the VRAM, the dedicated VRAM of the Intel UHD 620 up from 128 megabytes dedicated VRAM to I've upped it to 4 gigabytes with shared memory up to 8 gigabytes. Now obviously that's the complete system RAM, so that could cause crashes and God knows what else. But this is just a temporary platform, like a basic development platform. So far I've managed to get holocap, which is a 3D volumetric hologram capture software. I've managed to get that to record with a few glitches, but it is usable. I mean, I wouldn't use it on a professional job, but the Connect 2 and holocap are not really cut out for professional jobs anyway. You need the Connect Azure version, which is coming soon. But overall, I mean, there's the quality of the graphics. I don't know if you can see it. I'll try and get closer. You see, it's not perfect. It's a bit grainy, but it's usable for a developer, which is why I've set it up. I've managed to be able to stream using virtual desktop wirelessly from an Intel graphics card. Now, it's not supported, and there's stuff about this from a couple of years ago on the internet, and big props to the guys who put those videos on. Big props to you, all of you, the memory hacker, the guy who tested out the VR and tested the underrated chips. For me, he says, why would you want to do it? No one would want to do it, and I'd agree. As a general day-to-day playing system, nobody would want to do it. But as a platform to do virtual reality development without having to drag my my main laptop around, and obviously I can't drag my desktop around. To be able to put this in my backpack with my Quest and have a development machine that I can deploy to. Obviously, I'll have to build the app, deploy it to the Oculus dash, and then hopefully, I haven't tested it, but hopefully it will show up in the Oculus games that are available in virtual desktop, and then I'll be able to test my builds. Yes, I'll have to build my APKs all the time to test build, but if I'm out and about and I'm not at my main machine, that's perfect for just, you know, the graphics don't have to be great as long as I can test that the build runs and that I can see the placements and I can see the scale. I'm not bothered about whether the details high quality. I'm not in it to play games. I'm in it to develop games. You know, I'll test my quality when I get back to my main machine. You know, but yeah, overall the Miix 520, brilliant machine, underrated. I picked it up for 150. Unfortunately, it had problems. The fan, the cooling fan is dying. It's making noises like a buzzing fly trapped in a computer case. I've changed the hard drive, the SSD. I've put a 1 terabyte SSD in there, partitioned that into two 500 gigs, and I'm also having to change the battery. Now I know I could have got it cheaper, but it was hard to find, and I just landed on it. It turned out not to be it's in great condition. It's just the battery and the fan are not in great condition, but they're obviously perishable, so they need upgrading anyway eventually. So I don't mind spending a little bit of money on a new battery and a new fan, just to refurb it so that I can get a good few years worth of life out of this tablet. Absolutely amazing tablet. It's worked for everything, and I'm really surprised it runs Breckle Connect motion capture, and I'm really surprised that it runs holocap studio. Yes, there were some glitches in the recordings. Frame rate was low due to low light, but it was also glitching slightly. But it managed to record 2 holograms on screen at once at the same time with very little glitching. For an Intel 620 graphics card running a program that claims it needs to be VR compatible laptop is amazing. I could view the VR of the 3D hologram, but it froze the system. I did get into Steam VR to see the hologram, but it froze, and then the hologram was being dragged around with the vision as I moved my head. So either that's a fault between Steam VR and Oculus and virtual desktop, or it really is just not powerful enough to run the holograms live as VR holograms. But to be able to capture them is good enough. You know, a handheld, you know, capturable. I mean, I've got my VR headset, I've got vspatial, I've got virtual desktop. I can run my motion capture studio now by putting my tablet on the side, get a magic keyboard, I've got a mouse that's trackable in VR, take that into VR using vspatial, and I'll be able to control my rig. I'm planning on buying another one because they're so good.